In this video, we will see how to create a sample MSC file to access a Rhapsody model and get the packages that are available inside the model. Now we need to install MapleMBSE editor. To install MapleMBSE editor, we need to install Eclipse first. This is because MapleMBSE editor works with Eclipse environment. So to install Eclipse, search in Google for Eclipse download, click on the first link. So based on the bit version of your OS, download Eclipse installer. So I have the Eclipse installer here, double click on it, run. So select the first one by default, click install. So accept the license agreements. So continue with the on-screen instructions. So we have installed Eclipse. Click on launch to open Eclipse, and by default it's going to ask a path for where it can save the workspace. Select the appropriate path, click on launch. So here we have Eclipse. Now we'll install MapleMBSE editor. Click on help, install new software. Click on add to add a new software and point it to the location by clicking on archive and select the MapleMBSE editor. Click on open and add. So now we will see the available editor. Select them, click on next, accept the terms and click finish. So on the bottom right you will be able to see installation status. Click install anyway to continue with installing, and click on restart to complete the changes. So we have installed Eclipse now. Let's create our first sample MSC file. Right click, click on new, select file, provide a name. Let's call it sample. The extension should be .msc. So we have created an MSC file. By default, Eclipse will identify this is a MapleMBSE extension, and then the editor will automatically be the editor that we install. Before we could continue, let's access the MSC file that is already available in the installer, from which we can reuse some of the codes. So to find it, go to the installation folder, program files, MapleMBSE. Inside examples, Rhapsody, you will find a simple table.msc. Grab the MSC file and drop it into the folder. Click OK. So now we have it here. So there we have the open the file. Copy the first line. So this is to import the code that defines the kind of model that MapleMBSE should work with now. That's what import eCode is. So configuration file is where we actually configure the elements using queries that MapleMBSE has to get from the model and display to the user. And since it's a Rhapsody model, we are importing Rhapsody eCode. Following this, we need to provide a data source. A data source is where you say where MapleMBSE has to look in the model. So let's create a data source. Root. By default, the first data source is always root and then the project. So we have created a data source root RE project, provide another data source which is going to grab all the packages inside this project. Let's call it pkg. Okay, so go to the root, grab the nested packages. So it's going to be nested set elements, and we need to grab the packages. There, so we have created a data source to identify the project, then get the packages that is within the project. Once we have defined the data source, we need to define a sync table schema. A sync table schema is where you are going to say what information of the packages that we want to get. For example, if you want to have the name, ID, a display name, etc. So we go to creating a sync table schema. Let's call this schema to be packages table. Packages table. So a dimension is where we represent hierarchy of the model. So in the first dimension, I want to grab all the packages. So now we are in the dimension level of the packages. Inside packages, what I need to grab and display to the user. So now we have created the dimension for the package. So in this dimension of the package, what do I need? Say I want to now get the names of the packages that are available. Key column name as package name. So that every dimension should have a unique key column. So this is the key column is a unique name through which MapleMBSE will identify the model elements inside the package. Now I have obtained name of the package. So I am also interested to see what is the ID that each package is assigned. To get that, let's query it in another column, ID as package ID. So that we have now queried package name and package ID in the dimension. So this is a very simple sync table schema. Once we define the sync table schema, we need to associate the schema to the data source we define. So we say here, find the packages in this particular data source root. So to do that, we have to instantiate the sync table. Go for sync table, package table. So this is a user defined name. Let's call this instantiation as a package table. So here I'm providing the data source for packages table. And the data source is package. So now we have provided a data source to the sync table. Now we need to provide a template in which this information has to be displayed onto Excel. The row, the column number where the table has to start from. So we have instantiated the sync table now. We need to now provide a worksheet template. A worksheet template is where you will tell MapleMBSE how to display the information that we have from the sync table onto an Excel. So we specify the row number and the column number, the arrangement of the sync table queries that we made. So here, start with the worksheet template. Let's call this to be package table. And this template I am defining for the sync table schema called as packages table. Let's say that I want to display these information in a vertical table. So you can display this in a vertical or horizontal table. Let's go with a vertical table. So vertical table. So I'll call this to be a tab 1. Where do I want to display it? Say at 4th row, 5th column. This is where I want the table to start from. And I'm defining the template now based on the queries that we have from the sync table schema. So we have defined a key column, so that's going to be a key field. Key field called as package name. So we are first defining the name of the package, and then we have also defined a field to get the ID. We have created a template that is going to display package name and ID onto our Excel. So we have created a worksheet template. Now we have to instantiate the worksheet template in a workbook. So we here define the number of worksheets that MapleMBSE has to display. In an MSC file, you can have many worksheet templates. Here user can control, for example, say if there are 5 worksheet template that is defined in the MSC file and I want to display only 2 of it. Here by instantiating it, you can control the number of worksheet that is displayed on Excel. So here I want to display worksheet called package table, and so here the sync table that corresponds to is package table. So this is the name that we provided for the sync table, and we are providing a worksheet template here, and this corresponds to instantiating the sync table schema. We have created a very simple MSC file which is going to get the package name and the package ID. So let me save it. Now we have created a very simple MSC file which is going to grab package name, package ID and display it onto Excel. To open MapleMBSE, click on the saved file. So here is the file that we saved. Double click on it, select the model. I have the Rhapsody model saved in sample model here in the path. Select .rpy, which is the Rhapsody extension. Click on open. Now MapleMBSE will open the model. So we have it here. MapleMBSE now displays a package table, the worksheet that we defined. At 4th row 5th column, here we see the list of packages that is available and ID of the package. Let's open the Rhapsody file. So here I'll open it in Rhapsody so we can see the packages that are available. So here we have the different packages that is available in the model. You can see the packages that are there: behavior, structure, default, requirement. Now I want to create a new package. Let's call it package. So we have created a package and the ID is automatically generated. To see the package back into the model, click on save, Rhapsody, open the file again. In Rhapsody, you can see the package that we created now. Now, to create an Excel template, go to add-ins, click on MapleMBSE, export to Excel file, provide a name for the template. The name that we are providing here should be same as that of the MSC file that we created. Let it be sample. We have created a template. I'll close the model here. Here is the exported Excel file. Let's open it, create a template for it. This column corresponds to package name and package ID. So let's create a template for it. And remove the existing table from the Excel template. So here we have created 2 columns with name, package ID. Let's save it and close it. Now next time when you open the same sample MSC file and select the Rhapsody project, by default MapleMBSE is going to pick up the Excel template that we defined now and display. So here we see the package name and package ID. In this video, we'll see how to create a sample MSC file to access a Rhapsody model and get the packages that are available inside the model.
For more information on using MapleMBSE, visit MapleMBSE.com.